I was sitting here thinking about YouTube. I really appreciate YouTube. YouTube played the most of it. It did. They did. Y'all was awesome. I know y'all didn't have to. I know y'all had to deal with a lot. I did. I can't help these downloads. This guy, I even asked Guy, I went to Guy about it. I said, Guy, I don't want to say certain things, because even, certain people in the Astro don't want me to say that. Guy told us, and, now he gets on to me. But before, which was about 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe 3 to 4 years ago, he said, say whatever you want to say. It was like Guy was so upset with whatever this is, But anyway, thank you, YouTube. But I want to show you a trick, since you big business and all. If y'all do that site, make sure you start off small. Make sure you start off small. I want to show you a trick. You're going to love this. I'm getting chills. I'm getting chills, because you got to be kind of a big business to do this. I'm getting chills. Over time, you can't help the stuff that goes on your business. Over time, these bees out here just stinging me, because it goes off my attitude, my flow, my heart flow or something like that. I came out here one day, they lit me up. I'm supposed to be allergic to them, but they kind of feel good. But that might be why I'm getting stung. I like to let ants bite my feet and stuff like that. I don't know, weird stuff. Feel good, like, the ants bite your feet. I seen somebody boil some ants and drank it for curing, healing. I can't tell y'all that, because then everybody gonna try to do it. Never mind what I just said. Didn't nobody boil no ants. It was on a movie. Now, anyway, see, I told you I can't help it. It just come out. Gosh, But anyway, YouTube, I'm show you a little nice trick. It's gonna seem small. This stuff that I'm showing y'all is simple, and you know what? It is simple, and that's what hurt me too when God revealed it to me. God showed me stuff in the world that we all been wanting answers to, that was so simple. And honestly, I feel like the reason why we didn't get the answer is because we were looking too hard, thinking too hard, digging too deep. Watch this, YouTube. You're gonna be like, that is, man, why didn't we think about this? Even the big business, man. I'm sure somebody thought about it. You probably didn't listen to it. But you're gonna be like, whoa, I ain't think about that. Now, see, you a big business. So much so that you know that some of the bad karma you catch is from the people that's working for your business, some of the people that's under your YouTube accounts. And that's somewhat not fair, right? Right? And it ain't nothing you can do about it. All business go through this. There's nothing you can do about it. It ain't no big karma, but, it's there. Watch this. When you start this other site to help these different people, and you start off small, when you start to expect revenue, do not expect revenue first. I hate the word expect a little bit, I ain't gonna lie, but expect a blessing. Expect blissfulness. Expect a spiritual blessing. And you're gonna notice the bad energy that you've been getting from the bad karma of, over the time of being YouTube, over the time of doing whatever you've been doing. It's out of your control. You need a filter. You want to make a filter. You want to make a filter to not alleviate. You want to show God you appreciate what God done for you. Just like a lot of people show the devil, they appreciate the devil. You want to show God you appreciate it. So when you do this for these people, if you do this for these people, start off on a small scale. Watch this. Notice, especially your employees, the people you work for, people that work for you, in the office. Notice the bad karma beforehand. Write it down if y'all have to. When you do this site, notice how a lot of that bad karma gonna start to alleviate. It's like forming a figure 8. Notice how it's gonna start to alleviate. Because you basically showing the Most High, you showing them, look, I don't have any control of these people. But I see it and I understand it and I get it. And if you're going to get me back home for, I understand that too. But when you do this other side, trust me, my Father going to make a miracle happen for you. It's going to start to alleviate so much so that you're going to, when the money start revenuing, you're going to be looking for the blessings. You're going to be looking for the spiritual. You're going to be looking for the spiritual relief. You ain't going to care. I had to do that to myself. It's harder for a small business, but I did it for myself quietly. My ex-wife didn't even know. And I sat there and I just studied energy. That's why a lot of reasons why I'm so good at it. You can honestly take it all from me, and I still know how to do it because I was a baby that played by itself. I always pretty much been by myself, so I figured out how to play by myself. People don't like me because I move different, and I can't blame them for not liking me because I move different. They like my community. I love them. They family. We family. But it's things they participated in that I forgive them for it, but we're going to have to find a way to grow past it in a more healthier way to where it never happened again. Because my whole life, I've been getting attacked. And some people knew about it. Friends knew about it. Family members knew about it. And it wasn't right. And I can't condone that. I can't okay that so easily. Because this was my life here. I had one person finally come up to me and say it. And he said something that was so ridiculous, you had to catch yourself from striking. But it was the honesty that counts. He said, man, I know you was a good person, you didn't deserve it, but how we gonna eat? Sure did told me that like 10 years ago. I know you was a good person, you didn't deserve it, but how we gonna eat? We needed the money, man. Ain't no money around here. How could you take that? How can you swallow something like that? It's heartfelt. What I did, I took myself out the equation. I just left it alone. So I apologize to the sultry, the new sultry that's here earlier today. I got in my feelings a little bit. And trust me and believe that I done elevated a lot. And I'm doing a lot better, but these attacks are relentless. They consistent. And the magic that they throw is more mental magic. And I don't mean mentally. It's more like gadgets in the house, stuff, ongoing stuff. My networks, it's ongoing stuff they keep playing with. And I just can't outburst about it. I can't lash out about it. I just gotta swallow it and deal with it and pray about it. And it's ongoing every day, 24 hours a day. But anyway, back to YouTube, because this make me feel comfortable. Thinking make me feel comfortable. Creating make me feel comfortable. It make me feel relaxed. It make me feel like like most people feel when they have a drink or something. So, anyway, yeah, do that on a small scale. Get somebody to get an analyst. Get an analyst. Get a monitor. Get an analyst to really analyze it, which would really basically be like a human monitor, I guess you could say. That's very into nature. Somebody that's very into the eco and stuff like that. You're gonna pay them decent. Get them and let them just pay attention to the energy. And they gonna surprise y'all. Gonna all be surprised how that energy is. It's like it's sweeping. You can call it a broom or mop. It's like it's mopping up all the these certain words they use in the astro. I don't know what they really mean. I haven't looked into the mop part yet, but I'm saying this for this case. It's like a mop. It goes and mop up all the mess that people done spilled, all the bad karma that people done spilled, and it's gonna start healing y'all so rapidly in such a way. The owners gonna be upset with the money. We like the money, but did this go away? did that part go away? Did that negativity there go away? Or did this negativity here go away? That's what I'm talking about. And it's gonna blow your mind. Then, if you want to, share it with the other sites. It's gonna blow y'all minds. And it's gonna scare you too, because you're gonna be like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is just obvious that this is God. It's like seeing God and touching God. When you see how that clean up, like, you know what I'm talking about, when you got money, you got a lot of negative stuff going on too. Yeah, you got money, but you're kind of not happy because all this negative stuff that's going on, it's gonna literally clean up the negativity. It's like they coexist with one another. And it's like you showing God, look, I'm just employing people, I'm trying to help people, give them jobs. I really can't help what they do. I know it's hard for y'all big business owners. So that's my gift to you. Try it. Do something good, because some of y'all so rich, it's hard to do something good for the right people. You got clones, and you got doppelgangers, you got gang stalkers coming up to you 24/7, playing and acting like somebody that they probably are unalive, and you don't know if you helping the right person or the wrong person. But in this way, this is for you, this is yours. And these people, you know they are special people. And don't just put the cripple over here and this one over here, the chosen ones over here and the abnormal over here. Mix it up. Let them figure it out. That's the key in it. That's the beauty in it. That is the beauty in it. And that's what I want to rephrase. So I want to say this too. I say this I know y'all be listening. I do associate. I ain't really in the friend business neither. I like to joke about the girlfriend stuff and stuff like that, because it's like part of the network marriage stuff y'all got going on. Well, it's a game, right? Okay. I never been, but listen to me when I tell you this. I never had a girlfriend in my life. So you should have seen, you get what I'm saying? So we either friends with benefit, like my boy Shaq said, or whatever. But the same rules apply with the associates. We are associates. Associates to me is just as good as friendship, sometimes if not better. But then we trying to figure out, we're gonna be able to build with each other, we do business with each other, deal with each other, and it might build up to a friendship relationship. It might build up to a relationship. It might build up to marriage, who knows? But I always did the associate thing. I never really got into the friends thing. I always been a leader. I always did my own stuff. I always been the one that go get and the one that's driven, the one that if I wanted the studio, I went out there. If I wanted to do music, I went out there and tried to get me a music contract once or twice. One time you fooled me. Second time you won't fool me again after that. I said, okay, well, I went into the studio in Atlanta and I said, how much is this? And I ain't say it like that, like I was gonna buy it. I was doing music for this guy, and cause I didn't know nothing about this equipment at the time. And he told me, boy, this stuff is high, boy. I paid this, having a good time, chilling, relaxing. And he just told me a lot, taught me a lot. His name was Nelson in Atlanta. Taught me a lot about music equipment. So I went into it was a big studio. It was a good studio for local people to go to, But it's way other major studios out there, of course. You got, I forgot the name of it. I used to say it all the time. Patchwork, stuff like that. I had relatives that worked in them. But in this case, I was, more at home at his studio. And we talk, chop it up, have a good time and whatever. And he taught me a lot. So I just went on here and went back to the street, talked to a few people, put some money in the box. I was still hustling then, put my money in the box. And my brother wanted to actually start. My brother actually got the equipment together, the names and what we needed to get. And he put his money in. It was actually his idea first, but he worked, he older than me, and I just finished it off. We had a group, they quit, and they started off they branched off to do their own thing. So then I wanted to continue because I love music. And the getting the deal was just a headache, man. this is how bad it was to get a deal back then. It was so hard to get a deal. It was easier for a broke man to go out and buy a $150,000 studio. That's how hard it was to get a deal. So that's what I did. Went and hustled up the money. We went and hustled up the money, put the money together, and we went and built this studio. And I had my dream and I lived my dream. I didn't need the fans. I didn't need the attention. I just wanted to be able to do something. Then I had good reasons for doing it. Our hood had nothing to do. It was just like it is now, nothing to do. The drugs and the sex is going up, 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 up. When the studio got here, that stuff slowed down. All of that slowed down. And that's what I did. And that's what I just kept creating. Once I did that business, I was still a teenager then. That was my first business, legal business, that I learned how to really do business in. And I just moved forward from there. Then, then came the dealership, then came realtors and all that stuff. I lost a lot when I had to go through this. They deleted me. So I will say this, because I know y'all listening, especially the twin and some other one, I think they still listen, I don't know. But if so, understand me when I'm telling you, I'm a grown man. I'm really not for the game, especially now. I gotta find a way to get me some income coming up in here, even though I'm unalive, because I need to be able to support myself, take care of myself. And with that being said, it come upon a time where you just gotta move the games aside, and, unless y'all got something real planned, I'm not knocking that, let it happen. If you got some surprises going, let it happen. Business plans, let it happen. When we'll cross that bridge, we'll talk about when it comes. But till then, I like the associate word. To be real with everybody, let's just air all this out. The associate word is more likely. Because it ain't nothing, ain't no tricks, ain't no none of that, and if it's a surprise, let it be a surprise. So let's say there is a wife out there, something for me. Well, that's good, because if she come to me and she actually get to me, then it'll be a beautiful surprise to me. I am not knocking no surprises at all. But I'm straight up. I cut through the dark with my light. And I go ahead and set all that down. I was like that in the street. I'm like that now. I'm not mean. I'm a pretty good guy, I would like to think so. And I'm understanding. And I try my best to be 100% with God. My goal is to please God. I ain't the kind of person that talk God, Lord, wear these church stuff and all that. And that ain't bad either. I do that every now and again. I like to get dressed and like to do stuff like that. And wear chains sometimes. But I like for people to know when I walk on their path, when my feet touch their ground, they can feel God in me. And that's what YouTube gonna start feeling when you do this energy. You gonna start building on that energy. Just like we build on revenue, just like we put stuff in place to revenue. That's how you can put stuff in place to get blessings, spiritual blessings from God. Blessings that you can't see, but you can feel and you thank God. And this is how the rich and the wealthy feel comfortable in their wealth. That's how you get it. You got to balance them both out. Do good for the right people. Because sometimes you can do good for the wrong people, and you know it was good, and you start getting wrong. You start getting bad karma for it. And for y'all business, too late. You can't, what you gonna go fire the whole, you can't do that. But you can get an external, and you can watch it mop up all that mess. So much so, you're gonna be able to pinpoint somebody on your other sites that's actually bringing you too much darkness. And then you say, get out of here. You fired. You ain't only fired. I'm going to clean you up. And once they'll know what time it is, when you say clean, fired and cleaned up is two different things. When you clean somebody up, you basically going to do them like they did me, put them in a box. You're going to make their life very lonely out there on them streets. Like my boy said. Blood and fish. Blood and bone. I keep saying blood and fish. Blood and bone. I make your life very lonely for you out there in them streets. That dude was horrible. That dude was horrible, bro. Whispered in his ear. I was bad about that. I ain't no arguing person. I whisper in your ear, boy. I make your life very lonely for you out here in these streets. But anyway, so thank you, YouTube. I know I did a lot. And I know I probably put y'all through a lot. But hey, you know, I was just trying to do what God wanted me to do, even if that meant me. I sacrificed myself for God over and over again. I ain't got no problem with it. God all I had, God the only friend I got and the love I got. I'm not lying to y'all. That's why when people make me participate in games, the way I'm finna lose that energy with God, it breaks me down. God done even told me, you could join this or join that and join this. I ain't leaving you, God. It gotta be another way. What am I gonna leave you for and I ain't got nobody else? It just have to be another way. And if it ain't, I'll fight with you until you take me up out of here and take me back home. If the right corporation or organization sign with me the right way, I ain't got a problem with it. But you can't have this soul. This soul belong to me and God. Mainly God. And I'm sorry out there, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm real with God. I'm so real with God, I have to reevaluate myself to find out how to get beside myself and look at myself and say, that ain't real with God and that ain't real with God. And then get back into myself and make sure I clean that part out that ain't real with God to make sure that I stay real with God. So I am a headache and I know it. That's why I'm telling you, YouTube, thank you. Because I know this show probably either finna be over. It ain't got two ways to go, up or down. And I appreciate everything y'all did. I couldn't go nowhere. YouTube made it so easy for anybody to join YouTube and to re-get your stuff that it's absolutely amazing. Even though it seemed like the site can seem kind of old-fashioned sometimes, but it's amazing how easy it is. They take your phones and they take all your stuff from you. They make it where you can't even call nobody. And that's why I miss payphones. When they unalive you, who you gonna go to call somebody? Nobody. Everybody watching you. Everybody phone tapped just to watch you. They really went above and beyond to put me in this situation. As soon as I get, this is my third phone. As soon as I put all my information in it. It don't take but 2 months for somebody else to swallow it up with one of them water phones, them drink phones. But YouTube, regardless of how they do all this stuff, YouTube, I put my messages out there, rather than somebody else getting it or not. The fact of the matter is YouTube let me do it. And damn it, thank you. I ain't got $1 neither now. They probably have been trying to pay me. I don't know, I wouldn't know, because I've been, in this situation. It don't matter though. I had a message to get across, I had to do God's job, and I ain't have a one way to do it, and that was YouTube. Facebook helped me for a while, but they started cleaning me up on Facebook. And I went to YouTube, been on YouTube ever since, almost 7 years, I think. And I really appreciate it. And this is my gift to you. I was hoping to be able to meet you and be able to do it better than this, but at least I could do this for you. So thank y'all out there.